Origine Jono Jean Bama Geza Dombola Yamson Jogo Journey Bama Jone Jeza Gordon Gandro Mombo Gorji Jeza Dada Shenjela Jozo Guru Bama Zada Origine Jono Jean Bama Geza Dombo Yamson Jogo Journey Bama Jone Jeza Gordon Gandro Mambo Gorji Jeza Lodro Shenji Laja Zazo Guru Bam Sabda Ho No Shan Pama Geza Dombola Yamzon Jogo Lodro Pama Jone Jeza Dang Gordon Gandro Mambo Jiji Jeza Lodro Shenji Laja Zazo Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Uma Bazarangara Bama Sada Ho Jela da Jonsora da Bendi da Soda de Nibi Tabja Nadan Warbon da Joja Juda da Jimberum da So Jumden Dim Gumbon Jahora Yang La Janza Lo Ganga Lodro Dumye Dumdra Nyada Nanda Raza Jenye Dogan Jira Zujani Jidaga Lawa Kanda Debi Zora Maru Mundo Dunga Jaza Rozo Gala Jeda Yala Jayanda Dudra Jedon Mo Nyolo Leje Zodo Dumza Maru Mazer Dungara Yaga Jenye Jonza Radu Dune Daja Zabjin Dazo Yonda Lezo Jade Do Chudra Jada Jani Yade Daloma Yawara Yala Dada Omara Baza Nada Omara Baza Nada Omara Baza Nada Omara Baza Nada Omara Baza Omara Baza Nada 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 Cidana Jiji Jero Zeragi Dano Dama Mambaraza Kadan Danjo Jolo Doba Kobe Nawa Jeda Soro Nyaji Jimbo Zoda Nime Zone Molo Jimbo Ngajat Pakara Dangam Zandu Shirmado Domba Tiji Janla Shanza Lo
Good evening to everyone here tonight.
Tani deranga cho sharwa murka tani chusoko la yongne tani ngan tamchipola tani kabda inandra tani chuchiz inandra tani korkup shungwa la pe gapcho chenpo shungso.
That I have this opportunity tonight to be here at the Sherpa Dharma Center to have this teaching or to be in conversation with you all is something I'm very, very happy about.
Tani sharwa zinaya nga so tani gongna shepab jinda tani boli chapa yinba tang tani chu yinna tani da ngararimbo che la sondip tani shenken zi yindi tani da nga so tsangma kangstar yang tani da tab chulika taba wangda shi nanda tani rawa zikanda tani chig da murikam jongkong wangda shi nanda tani tsangma shikba rindu.
So whether it's in terms of the origins of our people or in terms of religious faith, the Sherpa people have great faith in Guru Rinpoche, and so as Tibetans we have our faith and the origins of our people in common.
Tani terang aso tani chuchi ka nangdun te tani tang aso mangsoko tani chu nyamsi kandi len tani zika go ne tani tsangmala tani kabda chuchi tsusha ka yin.
So the topic of this evening's teaching will be how lay Buddhists go about practicing the Dharma.
Tani aso bol tang ina ri tani rawa zika sharwa ina ngai samlo tang na ta parchi nisir rapo tani chikpa yingi re parchi yinsa re te na nga so mangsok ina tani changma la tapa yongken tani rendu ta ina ta nga so chula tapa yakpo yu ki te ma tokpa yang chu te yakpo zu ko yo na me na yang te ha ko manduk te ina parchi nga so bo tan rapo re bo ina tani mangsok changma chula tapa pe yakpo yo re chula tapa yakpo yo re te ina yang tani ta chu nyamling nguma te yang te zi shingkende nyonyong ma tok te yo ma re.
I'd say that there is a similar situation between the Sherpa community and the Tibetan community in general, and that is that among the ordinary community, among the lay community, there is great faith in the Dharma, there's great faith in the Buddhist teachings. However, the number of people among the lay community who actually practitioners of the Dharma and really have an understanding or a deep understanding of the Dharma are few.
Tani nga tsu pok nang la ina te dang dra po re, shilo la yung kang ka po yin dang dra, nang la yung kang ka po yin dang dra, tsangma la tani kumshok sum la tapa, tani chu la tapa, tapa pe yak po tani ta yo re, tarti par tani tapa yo re, lo nyung, gargi tsu ma tsu tari lo nyung tsu la yin na, tani tapa yak po yo re, re te yin na tani ta chu nyamsi kanti goni ling go re, tani chu ngomati kanti re ta, tani goni sha yung na, yang tani techo yakbo shingken te nyonyong ma tok tani yo mari tani nga tso sharwa la yang parchi nesar ten rapo yinshi chi.
So it's the same for Tibetans, whether it be Tibetans outside of Tibet or Tibetans inside of Tibet. In general, everyone has a excellent faith in the Dharma. They have excellent faith in the three jewels. And this continues to be the case, not just for old people, but also among young Tibetans as well. However, the number of people who really know how to practice the Dharma authentically is not very many at all. And so I would guess that it's probably similar among the Sherpa community as well.
Tani te nga tso boba tang sharwa tang tani chibu mare yang marig jamba nang la yang chula tapa yakbo yo na yang chig tani chun domban do yang rata tani yang chig nyimba te zire tani domba kora jawa yang rata tani ma tokpa yang chu ngoma te nyamlin cheki te tani ta machine kanga tani me mambo kasakawa la tani ndu nga tso nangba sangjipa la tani ta taba shinkan ka tani ta loma ga ze gonandra tani chupa ga nangla tani chu yakbo shinkan te boba tangla tani sharwa tani chibari mendo jamba ga nangla yang tani chu yakbo ma shinkan shirtang chula taba yakbo yongkin yina chu yakbo ma shinkan tani gala kasakawa yana zambalong sacha kangla yana tani mangbondu.
And aside from chanting mantras and reciting prayers, doing kora, etc., all over the world, among our communities, the number of lay people who really know how to practice the Dharma are very few.
Teni tendi indi ta nga tsu chu drib go na teni chu driblik te inda manda shi go re ma to ba nga tsu chu driblik te ma shi na teni nga tsu su su rang sablo ta na nga rang chu drib ko yo nga rang chu she ko yo teni sam na ya dong go thola nga tsu teni chu yak po teni ta drib ko ma re teni indi teni chu driblik te ya po shi ya te pe ka chim bo re.
If we are going to practice the Dharma, however, it's necessary that we need to know actually how to go about doing so. Because even if we have the desire to practice the Dharma and we think it's important, if we don't know how to go about doing so, then it's very difficult. So it's really important that we know how to go about actually being a practitioner of the Dharma.
Teni nga tsu chu driblik te yakbo zi shiso na teni kable chimbo ma gimna yang chu yakbo teni te drib thab kare. Te karti chu driblik te yakbo zi ma shi na teni nga tsu yang kable mambo jaw teni shi de na yang tong thokla teni chu yakbo teni drib thab ka mare.
If we do know how to go about properly practicing the Dharma, then our practice of the Dharma is something that we can come to relatively easily. However, if we don't know the proper way for going about practicing the Dharma, then despite the fact that we might undertake a lot of difficulty in our actions, in actual fact, we won't be practicing the Dharma properly.
Tendri yendi ta nga tso karichi go ore zena teni maung bala teni nga tso boba inanda tenda was ke teni sharwa yenari tsama teni nga tso chula tapa shenken zi yen sarti teni yenda manda teni chula lojung kala kansam teni shego gundu.
So in the future, whether it be the Tibetan community or the Sherpa community, since we are people with faith in the Dharma, it is necessary that we study the content of the Buddha's teachings to some extent.
Teni chula lojung mashina teni nga tso chude te nga so so go chude yakbo yin teni chude teni zangbo teni yin teni zena ta gandhi go ne yakbore teni gandhi go ne zambore nga tso chula lojung she goyawi gimtsin chizre chude nga tso lojung she nga so la teni phandok kare yore je teni shayona te yang nga tso teni lanjam mashi banda o teni rendo re.
If we don't study the Dharma, then even though we might say that that Buddhism is wonderful, it's good, it's fine, when people actually ask us, how is it good? What benefit does it have? What are our reasons? What are the reasons that we should study it? We'll find ourselves not being able to answer these questions.
Teni nga tso po ke teni chula lojong shenken inna teni namjin mangso konala ta kora jawyanda ta teni domba teni nyemba jangwa o ten rawa zuke chik teni wang mangpo teni jiyanda da teni ke luksurti ten nga tso teni po ke nala yang teni jachimbo yore te charwa la yang te tang rapo injiri teni tezo tamje po yakbo re teni nga tso wang jinanda teni domba chokban chokna tezo pe yakbo re inna yang nga tso wang jiwa tang teni chokban chokba tang teni chibuzu ke yungu yo mare te yinti nga tso yindamanda teni lojong she go re te yinti nga tso teni sharwa ge na teni nangla yungken ke teni lonyung chaburta teni lonyung choge na teli kya nga tso chute yakbozu teni lojong she ni teni teni she na teni tazo nga tso chute soso ranga yang nyamlin yakbo she shi teni mi jalla teni par shed go na yang teni yakbozu teni kodam choba teni zire yung re.
So, among lay Tibetans, we do a great deal of kora, reciting mantras, reciting prayers, and attending of initiations and empowerments. There is a great tradition of engaging in these activities on the part of lay Tibetan communities and probably among the Sherpa as well. And of course, this is all good. It's good that we attend initiations. It's good that we gather together for Dharma assemblies. But we can't simply rely on this alone. We do also need to learn the content of the Dharma. And this is especially the case for young people, that they learn Buddhism and know how to actually go about practicing it. And by learning it, they will also be able to communicate about Buddhism effectively with others.
Teni nga zo boba na la yang teni samkwe mambo yo re teni chula teni lojong sheata teni gum jawyata teni samla teni deya teso chama teni lama dang chaba dang teso lekka re ma to ba nga zo mekya phomo inna teni gum jawyanda ota teni samla deya ta teni go mare sambanda o teni samlo ta teni yang chula teni nang chula teni lojong sheate yang nga zo lama chawa teso teni nang chula lojong she go re ma to ba nga zo mangchok teni da nang chula lojong she go mare sambanda nga zo teni domba donji da to sushina teni ndukre samba go samlo te yongkhen ke teni me mangbu yo re jete teni dong thola teni mare nga zo teni makya phomo cho yen na yang teni chula lojong she atang teni gom jawya teni kap se teni khomba te ji yona teni chamla te te zindugju ote sope halipa teni karchim bore.
In Tibet, many people are of the view that studying Buddhism, meditation, and going on retreat are activities that suitable for lamas and monks and the ordained, that these are not activities that are appropriate for lay members of the community. And similarly with study as well. Many people think that study of the Dharma is something for lamas and monks. Lay people don't need to do so. It's for lay people, it's fine if they recite prayers and recite mantras and so on.
Tinti yindi teni maombala aso bobayenna re sharayenna re chama lonyung chogo teni aso lojung de zhia ti thola teni shigyawrochi aso mos tang siyinna yang teni de chude la lojung ya boshi chude teni don de aso yangbo zo gosona teni soso go sem gna la teni phamba yangbo yongore teni tesola teni ta dolna yangbo zo she gore.
Despite the fact that many people think like this, it isn't in actual fact true. For lay people, study of the teachings, meditation, and if time permits, going on retreat are all very good activities. So in the future, lay members of our community should really please make a strong effort to study the Dharma. And once you have understood something of the meaning, this is something that will bring great benefit to your minds.
Tendi indi ngacho gum jawaya te yang tendi ngacho shertang ta zhongqiao nyu ta tendi zela te ne yo na tendi ma me chama la tendi khom mambo yo re tendi leka thola tendi prera mambo yo re tendi je de yinna yang nyama re la tendi ta gum jawaya te yo na su sen la tendi phantok yak bo yong gore te indi pe na ngacho nyama re la nangmu ngamu tendi yar lang ne yang gum tendi chicho jingda wo da yang chicho shekanda wo tendi jab adomoto tayate pe karchim bore.
So in terms of meditation in a city like New York, clearly it's a very busy, a very hectic city. And yet, if it were possible to meditate every day, this would be something very beneficial. So even trying every morning to reserve some time for meditation, 1 hour or even just half an hour.
Aya teni te indi ngaso chude yo go re ma tok bada je chu mena teni masang salai na teni pe ta sem gna la teni dungur ram mambo yong gore dungur te so yong ne kaps teni chu lan dang jaw te mena teni ngaso ta sem gna la teni kebo yong ate haliba teni khabore te indi ngaso chude teni karchim buz la ta se go re ma tok bada ngaso me mambo teni ta je so Pamjur ko toni teni chobu teni yimbi nerkab na teni samlo ka riz tangare zena o ta ngarang pamjur yagi song teni ngarang gormo mambo yo ngarang teni khangba chimbo yo teni langkhor teni yakbo korya yo o teni ngaso ngi khang kana la teni gormo mambo yo na teni tanj gare teni nga simke boyong gare te ma chokba chi yo mare samne ngaso teni pamjur yagi masong ikaps teni zambalong ko thola mi mambo zga teni sam go yo re.
So we need Buddhism. Without it, we are really left without resources when we encounter problems. Without the Dharma, then it is difficult for us to find happiness, and our minds it will be difficult for us when we encounter suffering. So it's important that we do regard our religion as important. When we are in a stage where we don't have much money, when we're materially impoverished, many people think, oh, if I had money, if I had lots of money, if I had a big apartment, if I had a car, if I had money in the bank, then I'd be happy. Many people think like this.
Teni nyamachila ngaso kable mambo jamne teni nyamachila teni tangune tane pamjuri yagis song teni khamba yena khamba chimbo yo teni langkhor yena langkhor zugbo teni ta halepa teni kong chimbo teni tangya yo o teni rene pamjuri yagi rene teni re sona teni ti kaps ta ngaso ngama ga samlon da re na ngaso ta o ta ngan song ngarang la teni demo chibo ta nga deshit phasam chobare tanga dungur mentu tanga gormo mampo yare tanga drsung sambada orizina tis chigyang mare zambola ko thola mos chila ante yongo mare Korang yang teni gormo mambo yo pamjuri adje tang teni recharwi jini yang kir sem kanang la yang dungmer yang jamba mambo zu teni ta yung dega yore teni yindi nga so ta pamjur chikpola teni dang jamna teni te mi mtsindi nang la teni demo tang kepo te yung ya korkab su tsawa ne yung mandu te nga so chu nang la teni yo mare song ne nga ma ne song yore ta teni chu chikpo mare tarta ga shusoko tola nga so tana te mambo teni thongya teni yore teni yindi nga so bamjur yerji tonggo gore rete te dang nyamdu nga so yinda manda chu te la teni samlo ya po tang ne chu te nyamlin ya po su shea te pe kar chimbore.
However, if one day, after working really hard for a long time, we do progress in our circumstances and find ourselves in a situation where we have a lot of money and an apartment and a wonderful car, then at this time, do we still think the same way that we originally did? Now do we think, oh, I have enough, I've got all these things, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm satisfied? No, no one thinks like this. After we have progressed in our circumstances, after we've achieved or attained all of these things, we still suffering, we still experience suffering from other sources. So even though, of course, we do need to have a certain level of material existence, simply relying on material things to bring us happiness, if we do this, happiness will never come our way. So while we do need material things, we also very much need religion and particularly need to know how to practice religion.
Tani karte nga so mtsindi nang la tani ta magdewa tang market pa dumur tani chikyang me tani chu nga so tani lipo yin na tani lipola na cha me pa tani semgo tola dumur me pa shawa thamto pe lamdro yung wa te tindi si yin na yang te jimchun te la tenni ta nga demo du nga kipon du tani nge chudub go mare sambao tindi da po samlo tang na tani nga so samlo tang sa de ngone tane hallepa teni bogu chongchong ko teni samlo tangsan da bore nga so mtsin di nang la teni pe na teni shawa thamse pe lamdro yung ta kawli chi chingme teni nga so gari gona ya te yo teni zre sona yang nga so mtse te hallepa thong re lo jig jila nga so kan din chikyang ze shi ga mare lo nishi jila kan din tele kyang she shi ga mare teni indi teni kashi ga samlo ta na ngarang demo ki bondu ngarang pensum sobaye ngarang pamjuriyo teni ngarang gangshokne na halepa ngarang demo ki boyen teni ngai chutub go mare ngarang chutub go ya me samne teni samkhang ka teni lamkhang ka teni mo kashi teni thoki yore te yena te samlo tansar te teni te yang tak ba mare te na nga so tarta demo ki bonda wo yobi gimsinji teni nga so chutub go mare samne teni samna te nga so norwa re nga so gangstare teni chute je dib chi samlo ma tangna
Supposing in this life we don't experience any unhappiness at all, no suffering, no sickness, no pain in our minds, we only have great luck and good fortune. Well, if we were for this reason to decide that since we're so happy and since we have such good luck, there's no need for us to practice religion, then this way of thinking would be extremely childish indeed. That is, if we think that we are very lucky and that we have everything today, where we are today is our life is very short in its span. How things will be in another 10 years or in another 20 years is something that we are not able to say. So if we think, oh, I'm really great, I'm fine, I'm well off, I'm doing great, and therefore I don't need religion at all, then this way of thinking is mistaken. If we don't pay some attention to religion and practicing the Dharma, then this is a very mistaken way of thinking indeed.
Kavli mambo jao, teni nga so satharam pone te Amerika la teni yongya ka thapsi mambo shi, teni kavli mambo jao ni sasandala lep, Teni sachandala lemne yang kable mambo jab teni sosogun dusare khangbare to sultata ka thola kable mambo jab ne parchi machi shekhate teni ro yore. Teni indi ta ngaso kable jab ne teni kate ngaso kable jab ne teni pamjur yarje son pe teni kang gona yang te yopan rawo teni cha sona yang teni yang ta ngaso te lungshu ne teni te deya ti chote yang pe yang rambo yo mare machi hale pa thong thong re teni indi teni ngaso Mutsi Chinese Rezina Nasun Zambolang Ditola Naso Yumi Nerkabla, then also meet some Labanica Tombare, Laba Tomba Tonetin, De La Yumare. Then in De La Yuni, then also Pernatini, Corticatone, Reva, Yumi Nerkabna, Sotini, La Corda, Corticadore, Teni Corticatone, Teni Young Chini, some Janga to Dunja Guzini, Yarn Drone. Tani tamang aso yang zambalang tani rogi kapsi shiwi nekavna tani yang aso yang kortika tola sher yung gore te zewi jimsan kang rezena ngaso tangbo yung bi nekavna tani marki yung nekavna shirik yaw mare tani lakshi yaw mare pamjor yaw mare chijig yaw mare thana ngaso lipo tola tani komba zgyon yaw mare tani tindri shini yung ne tani sarka ngaso tani zambalang dir gangla yung ne lojong mambo she Tani kable mambo jaw, tani pamjor mambo sa, ota tani leka mambo le ni, tani ta lakur kutone yara sone, tani ta leka mambo zile yore. Tani thama yang aso mariang ta masi ziyati tani mjik zopi nerkav yang aso lakur kutola yone, tani roya re mato ba tani aso masi sila kable mambo jaw ne leka le deyate so, aso kherni ro chokore zinati, chigyang khergi yaw marin, din ala aso la 판토야서 찌경문도 어떤지 추대서 접터나 때려 마도 바잠바 지지요 말에 덴디 인디 덴디 돈이 삼로 따나다 운에 따네 가츠 머치가 런탕데 강레제 고나 가츠 람마시완다고 란자마시완다고 덴디지
So it is really important that we do learn how to practice religion, that we do practice some religion. All of us have really worked very hard. We've undergone many difficulties in life this far to make it here to America, to establish lives here. We've expended a lot of energy and worked very hard for the places where we live, our apartments, our material situation. We've spent probably about half of our lives working on these things for our material existences. And the period of time that we're actually able to enjoy these things is very short indeed. When we first come into this life, we might say that we start off at point zero. And when we first come into this life, we're empty-handed. When we're born, we have no knowledge, we have no skills, no wealth. We don't even have any clothes for our body. And then after being born, over the course of our life, we study a lot of things, we work very hard, we accumulate material wealth, but ultimately when we die, when our lives are finished, we return back to zero again. And then when we return to zero, all of these things, these material things we've accumulated, none of them we can take with us. They're of no benefit to us whatsoever. Nothing except for our practice of the Dharma can be of use to us, can be of use to us at this point. So in terms of what the value of our human lives are, this is something that many people find themselves not really able to answer.
어따 띵디 인딩 아촌 지팅 레칸드 촌 지팅 샤완데서 탐치보 나소드니 다 고르틱니 야르소네드니 셔 고르틱 랄렘 드와 마토바 잠바지지문도 나소 칼리 야야티소 탐치보 로이 네르금나 세시 말란 로이 네르금나 나소 머친디나라 칼리 야바티소 탐치 초랑라오다 돈민라오드니 마토바다 나소 머시실라 칼리 야브니 다 나랑 세시 말란 로이 네르금나 ngarang de ngarang ke cheni ro chokoren de ngarang ke mesin dinala kavli jabitini rewate ndere zeni tendi zeyaga tini nzumu tsuk choksa tendi ngumpo chigyang yo mare chama nga zon dini shila jagnen ro ji tendi re te nga zo chama ga ha ko yo re te ma gong ken chigyang yo mare re te yin ha ko wa za ma to ba ti thola samlu tang thap ko yo mare nga zo samlu tang thap ko yo mare te ha ko ga re zna ha ko re te ma gong ken ji yo mare 옛날다 티토라 상로땅네 되니 대당 tumbi lekas lego yore 어때 아주 레탑고요 말이 나랑 주디 김천대 하고 되요 정말 옛날 아주 김천대 하고 왔잠 마토바 어땅문이 대지 나랑 건지 땡그더니 갑레만 보자반데 도메전도래 든지 인디 나랑 그때 돈 요바가 레카 든지 때지 언점먼점 나랑 딱고래 마토바 더니 나랑 무치치라 갑레 잡아탐시 포더니 참마더니다 더니 고르트 든지 레소나 땡 나랑 무치치라 더니 돈당 메바렌도래 대인디 나랑 그때니 돈당 때지 요야 어디니 참마더니 라고르 만종큰 어딘지 샤와테서 언점먼점 딱고사래 삼니 샤와 잡아 딘자오디 대 락링 거 토니 요고 레테 있나요 되니 나초라 딘지 그 락린테 다니 할레보 되니 뇽뇽레 대 나초 짐슨 시바 다티 네 하고 저거래 레테 테 하고 아참마토 방아초 락린 테 탑고야 마레 대인디 티토랑아 좀 미참마 삼로테서 당아테 베카르침보레.
So, in terms of our worldly activities, our ordinary human activities, these are things that we undergo a lot of difficulty and hard work in respect of, but ultimately, when we go through our lives and return back to 0.0 at the times of our death, all of this difficulty and all of the hard work that we have done in respect of these worldly activities comes to nothing. It's ultimately a waste. It's useless. So despite the fact that we've spent our whole life devoted to these things and have really worked hard, there's nothing from all of this that we can take with us. And everyone knows this. However, we don't really actually think about it. We need, in addition to knowing that this is the case, we need to contemplate it, and then having contemplated, we need to take action that is conducive to actually doing something about it. We need to see whether it is, we need to try to see whether we can in our lives do some meaningful things. If everything that we accumulate in our worldly existences ultimately comes to nothing when we die at the end of our lives, we need to see if there is some kind of activity that we can engage in, or some things that we can do or work on that can be taken with us, that don't return to zero when we pass from this life. So it's important that in thinking about this and realizing it, that we actually take concrete actions, that we actually implement our thoughts. However, not many people do this at all. Many people know it's the case, but they don't do anything about it. And so it's very important that we give attention to this very important point.
Mutsinda tini mjik zogni, tini tsifshimalan rawi kapsi, waya, tini nga tsugo mutsindi nangla, tini kabli gyabde jita sogo nangni, te tondak yoba, tini tamshit tini te kortik tini re manruwa, te kangri zina, tini nga tsu chude zindrab sona, tini te nga tsu kirnin ro chokore, tsifshimala kirnin ro chokore, nga rang tsu semtokni gewa, pena ngimjong dawoda, shangshib ka sem dawo, teni shamdang nyarji oya tendi kora yana gumte zi japa tendi ge teni nga chu mutsin di nang la chu te zen drab sona teni te nga chu jak go mare te nga chu khernin ro chok bare teni te chi pu ma tok ba jamba nga chu la kher chok ba chi chi mandu teni mutsi chi pu la kable mambo jap so so go teni le ka mambo le kable mambo jap tendi che ge yore je te yana teni tan rowi kaps ta nga chu khernin ro chok ba te chu chi bo de re 옛날 가서 때니다 가서 키르닌로 맞춰봐 어야 되니 티톨라 가서 식만 보잡고요 되니 키르닌로 맞춰봐 되니 키르닌로 고야 티톨라 다 가서 갑레만 보자 되니 시고요 되니 키르닌로 초바디 담비 추데레 레데 티톨라 가서 되니다 식잡고요 말이 되니 가서 고르동라 보래 가서 어다 네급 되니 가서 멋진디 낭 잠마토바 티초 통통 그 나라마토 디초 랑볼라 되니 판토 메바 디초 랑볼 나랑 가서 키르닌로 맞춰봐 디초 돌라 되니 가서 베 되니 식잡니 갑리 망보잡니 되시게요레 되니 이 랑볼라 되니 판통큰 되니 치위체나 가서 키르닌로나 로총큰 대 담비추리 대 개와리 리테 있나 티 토라나 저더니 식잡고야 말에 식잡탑고야 말했더니 딘디인디 나서거더니 머센더 담비추 도네션 드니 다가서 양치 고르도 신실로바 딘디급샤와 mambo 가서더니 드레데요레.
So at the end of this life, that which doesn't completely return to zero and that which can bring us a bit of meaning and that which we can take with us at the end of this life is none but our Dharma practice, our merit, our virtue that we've accumulated. And here we mean renunciation, bodhicitta, compassion, loving kindness, meditative accomplishment. Nothing except for these kinds of things can we actually take with us at the ends of our lives. So despite the fact that we work so hard, we put all of our energies into all kinds of other worldly activities, none of these things are we actually able to take with us. They don't bring us any benefit in a long time sense. Despite this, however, we put all of our energies into these things. We devote all of our time and all of our attention to these things, and yet they are not things that we can ultimately take with us or will benefit us in a long-term way. So we ultimately have a very short-term vision. Our lives, they are short in nature, and by directing our energies in this way, we are not working for our long-term benefit at all.
어다 딘디 인딩 아주 추디 돌아 때더니 식잡고도 캬버더 아주 추이나다 배나 아주 보바리 나리 샤라이나 대당자고 인지를 아주 셔당가 샹차랴당 초반버야다 드닌 돈반도야 소 돌아다 아주 갈라간섬 장마가 대주시되 그래 나대 저형 셔당 약보리 레데 소조 오마딩 아주 샘통이 되니 추대저 언저먼저 대다고도 마통 아주 샘고 돌아더니 추 약보즈 만접나 Teni ngaso ligu tola teni chi kavli mambo javayata teni tindi mambo shina tela gewa yor revisena te gewa yor ina teni gewa chimbu teni tindi mandu ten rabu teni ngaso semtola teni gewa yakpo mandamna teni ngaso khagan domban doyata ngak mambo doyata tindi shina ten shertang yakpore gewa rete ina yang ta tela gewa ja chimbu yo mare Tendi indi yinjing munjing ngacho gewa ti dribna tini sem gutokni drib otomoto tago re mato tini ngacho sem tokni tini gewa drib matavna tini gewa yang tak boz reze gona tini pe kabo re te yindi tini sem toko tini gewa te tini drib go re yinna yang ngacho sem toko gewa te drib gona driblik ti shi go ndu driblik mashina ngacho sem toko gewa kan drib go ha go yo mari te yindi tini driblik ti shi aga tondu Tenga cho lojong she go ndu o atindi yenna tini nga cho perna sharwanda yenna tini tandini chukang pe yakbo ndu di chukang de chachin yakbo rendu te yenna di nala me mambo shongundu tindi yindin di nala tini ta lama naba tini chuchat namjin tini mangchok la tini songa da tindi yona mena nge ko ko ma sonda parchi yojire gantar tini ta yona halipa yakbo re kati mena 다 가서 남긴 티니 배나지 값값스더니 초반 초야다 티소다 유지리다 티초페 약보리 다티 잠마인바 배나가 조자니마 자펜바 어딘디 잡볼라 티니 가서 냠든더니 티 남긴 로조셰 고요리 배나 이시 출릉단데 소였나 티니 가서 고소였나 다와치그 나라치그 달로치그 나라치리니리 티리제면도와 고소 장크르치리치리치리라 티니 추칸가 나란디니 티니 셰근도 대단다 보시니 Then I saw in that in Zankor tenis, Yana Zanima, Yana Zapemba, Tenis Latin at on De La Yung, then in De La Yone, then in Lama Nabato in that any Montsolanga to Sugar, then in Nyamlin Chiserta, then it is so parmoto Yapo, she, then in water she net in it, Sama Suso Nyamda, also then it Bumga Saya, the Sope Karchimbore, Tasharva got in its Aranga Shigmare, in the Benam Jukapo in that in it, America Pomogo Nala. Teni nyamling siata teni mercha pomogo nala teni ngondrom bunga ta so teni yabosaya chaparta lonyung so nala ngondrom bunga te saya yapun dukse gundu te tina penanga so boba le chante se ga yo sari ngasam gundu teni sharwa ga teni ne sarkandi ne teni hago yo mari chishina na ndrikpa dawo shene te lonyung so ngondrom da sa bunga da sa teni shege yo na thang chishina mena thang gang tariang tini ngaso shertang ngaso tini bena ta New York ta ndiga tini leka mambole gosa soa tola nonshik chimboyosa tini zila dena tini ngaso yang chudrupi tini ditsu mamboyo amare mare te yena kala kansam ko ditsu inda mada ngaso tini kodrikshi gogundu.
So it is important that we do make effort to engage in practice of the Dharma, both Tibetans and Sherpa people. In general, lay members of our community are very good at doing things like prostrations and making offerings and reciting mantras and so on, and this kind of activity is good. However, in addition to this, we really need to be practicing Dharma at the level of our minds. So even if we are physically doing a lot of meritorious actions, is this meritorious? Yes, it is meritorious, but it isn't the greatest form of meritorious activity that we can be engaging in. So if we don't practice the Dharma, cultivate the Dharma in our minds, then even though our lips may be reciting mantras, the merit that we're accumulating through doing so isn't particularly great at all. So if we're really going to be engaging in proper meritorious and virtuous behavior, we really need to be cultivating the Dharma in our minds. However, cultivating the Dharma in our minds is something that we need to know how to go about doing. And in order to know this, we need to learn, we need to study. Here in this Sherpa Dharma Center, it's such a great facility. I don't know whether the lamas here, whether they give teachings to the lay community on a regular basis or not. If they do, this is fantastic. And if not, then in addition to the usual Dharma meetings or assemblies that are held here, it would be good if everyone could look to making time on the weekends for the study of the Dharma. Just like Christians do in their churches, they don't get together just a few times every year, they get together every single week. So in this way, it would be good for everyone to come here every weekend and for the lamas to give teachings and to explain how to go about practicing the Dharma and practicing the preliminary practices in particular. I've heard that in Bhutan that the lay population really they're actual practitioners of the Dharma, and particularly the preliminary practices are very popular. I've heard among young people especially, and from my understanding they're somewhat better in this regard than Tibetans. I'm not sure what the situation is among Sherpas. Perhaps you're like the situation is similar to Bhutan, or perhaps it's not the same. In any case, in a place like New York, obviously everyone needs to work. There's a lot of life pressure. However, and there isn't a lot of time to devote to practicing the Dharma. However, it is necessary that we do allocate some time for the study and practice of Buddhism.
Tan dosar deni shana, then also Yindamanda, then Chula Lojong Shia Tetang, then Chula Nyamlin Shia, Tenipore, Tenipote, Yindamandangaso, then you go and do, Tenitanga Yapoyona, Teje, Pematsapayabore, Kade Mena, then Yindamandangaso Titola, then te Samlotango and do, the ending also. Tani Sharwa inari, ngazo Boba inari, Nala tini de la Gion Kangatini, Lama Nabatsori, Samayang, Titola Samlo Tani, Nazo Mansola, tani Chuchit Yabotani Gojuk Nayatang, tani Nazo Mansola, tani Nitchni, tani Tamjapo, Gomjave, Nyaninshia, or Tisutola, tani Nazo Gojuk Yapotan, Charge Yapo, or Tendishiati, Nitch Yaposhiati, Pekarchimbori, tani Lama Nabatso, Titola Samlo Tango, Dumatopa. Then also Georgian Gatabuchini, Atsun Dombandoya, Shebota, and Tizaki Yungamandu, Tinti and the Zambolong sitting at Chula Lojonshi, Yamlinshi, Gomjab, Tintishi. They are titting atso, tinning Hamanda Boshin in Dombandon Chibo, Tola de Dena, Tin Jukumandu, they and the Titola, Samloya Potango, and Lama number so, they Tula Jagore, Chiri, Teni niri nga tsu mangchok yin na, teni ta nga tsu nga ma ni tere, na ni dindri yin, teni lama kongma namba ka karang la dindri rezi ni, teni sheki banduk te yin na, gangtar nga tsu teni chula lojong she ya tang chu nyamlin she na, teni lama kongma namba ka karang la dindri yo nanda, me nanda, gangtar na te goya zire, te yinda banda goya dindri zire, teni yin di ta ndosra deni she na, teni mangchok yang, ti thola, teni samlo teni te tangrok che go re, te nga tsu boba yin na, da wo re, sharwa yin na re, tele jamba murgzi nari thama chigban ra pore tendi indi te nga chu gyami nang la yang namgin tendi teni shedde yo teni gyami nang la yang chu yapo teni kwa teni menken ta mi mang bozu ke pe gomba nang la do ne teni chu pun chu ya da ota teni shang charam choban bara tendi ma to pa teni nang chu ngoma teni ma gong ken tendi mang bu yo re tendi indi ota nga chu tendi shinan de mare zo de zo nyamlin da teni lojong ko tolan do go re zeni teni shedde re te tin ra bushini ngalang cho popare teni sharware ten thamman ra chikbare gangstar nga cho nangshu khele tapashin kenzi yindi teni chama ga teni lojong she ata nyamlin ko thola tej teni ta ndor go und nga cho tartane ti thola teni komba rembe po go und ma to ba teni nga cho mche marab land ni shini on domba tej ndoya da ota teni chokba nyam to choyan da teni chipoz la de na ten recommendo te indi tartan ra boyna nga cho lonyong choy na te ni rigni ge chisot ya boyo re khabar ta nga cho de ni america la de yong ke lonyong choy na tele kyang te ni rigni ge chisot ya boyo ji ri tin di yo na te ni ti mangi ti thone te ni nga cho na chula lojong she na te ni ko ya polen thap gre ma to nga cho rigni ge te ni mangi te me na te ni na chula te ni ko ya polen go na pe carbondu o te ni indi ta te ni ge rigni ge mangi yo chati teni lojong she gona ya kable ka bu yo mare teni yendi te namba cho teni simla ya po jaro chi
This is something that everyone really needs to give proper thought to. That is planning teachings for the lay community and making instruction and meditation available for members of the lay community as well. So it's necessary that a proper plan may be made, that a proper schedule be worked out, and this is something that it would be great if the lamas could really give thought and consideration to. From the traditional point of view, we've lay people have been of the view that simply reciting mantras and doing these kinds of things is sufficient. However, these days, practitioners of Buddhism the whole world over are studying Buddhism, they're meditating, they're practicing, and so if people elsewhere are doing this, then all the more should we be doing so. So again, this is something that it would be very good if the lamas could give their consideration and thought to. As for members of the lay community themselves, it's we shouldn't think that this is the way that we've always been, this is the way that we've always done Buddhism. It's necessary for members of the lay community to begin to study Buddhism, to actually practice it, and whether this is done under the instruction of a lama or not, in any case, the study and practice of Buddhism are very important. It's the same the same advice applies for Tibetan communities as Sherpa communities, and indeed any community with faith in Buddhism. For example, in China, there are many Chinese people who don't have a good understanding of the teachings, and so their Dharma activity tends to be just to really rest at the level of making incense offerings and doing prostrations in a temple. And what we advise, or what we say about this, is that this level of practice is not sufficient, that in addition to this, or beyond or above this, it's necessary to study the Dharma. It's necessary to practice the Dharma. And as people with belief in Buddhism or faith in Buddhism, it's necessary that we move in the direction of actually practicing Buddhism. We can't spend our whole life simply at the level of reciting mantras and so on. And particularly among young people these days, their education level is in general quite good, and this is especially the case for young people in America. So upon this foundation, with this foundation, actually studying the Dharma, it's very possible that a good level of understanding can be reached. This is not difficult at all. Of course, if someone doesn't have a very good education level, then it can be difficult if one wants to study the Dharma. However, with a reasonable education level to begin with, then studying the Dharma is not difficult at all.
teni ta nga zo terang ga chuta ga na la teni nge nga zo mangchuk ga na teni nyapsle na teni chochong da bo yongkhen ga teni chu ju teni te ngochu she ga yen teni te kang re jina ngimjung ko korla te zo teni nge sha ga yen te na teni ngimjung ze ande nga zo teni te tambi chu de pi thoma ra bo te re pe na nga zo teni rakor chi ga na la teni khamba chi ga na la ro go na 티 캄바고 군다고 되래 티 캄바가 나란도야 고나니 만도나 나천도 타비야 말에 틴자 포리 님중고 콜라티 지샤게 양테니 소소고 냠린티 츠티니 시에 탐마탑티 따로지.
So tonight I have been talking about the importance of lay practice, lay Buddhists practicing the Dharma. And tonight I'd like to speak a bit specifically about cultivating renunciation. Renunciation in relation to Buddhist practice is like the door to a house. It is the entry point to the rest of the house. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about renunciation tonight, and it would be great if everyone could practice it a little themselves.
Tanita ngimjong se ate kanti la je ga rezina ni mjong se ne nga so porka kana la yana teni tsu ni je teni ti na ni je ate ka rezina ni je na ta nga so ni parta je re ta nga so nga yin da men da je ni parta je ate ndi ga ton da re ni je na teni mjong je na ka je mjong je na nga ran ro yin se vi to je ro je vi to je oya teni ni mjong je nyam de jana kan de na 나랑 네버튼 로인세 나랑 인담만단 로인세 다 나랑 심탁 정치신이다 나랑 로인세야 드리고 동다리 님종세나 드니 가서 갈란로 그러지나 다 가서 드니 사차 강도 그러지나 당가 코로아가 나니 드니 야랑가 타르위람라 된 로인세 다 나랑 타르위람라 인담만단 로인 다 나랑 그 셈라데 직시나 안 로인 엔조 멘조 삼반다고 드니 마임바 nga yin tam mandan ro yin ngarang tharwa ga lamlan ro yin sambada o tindi ga samlo jigla tari ngimjong zene tindi je ga yore.
So the word renunciation in Tibetan is nijung, and it's made of two semantic components, ne and jung. Ne means must or of necessity. Jung means to go or to proceed. So when we put these words together, it means must go or of necessity must proceed. And so what it reflects is a resolve or a determination to go or to proceed. So where is it that we determine to go, or where is it that we determine to proceed? Well, determination is to go or to leave cyclic existence and to enter into the path of liberation. And this resolve is in no way hesitant, it's not wavering, there's no way that we are doubting or thinking about whether or not we will enter into it or not. It's a very firm, resolute determination to enter into this path.
lamlangan roin indamandan roin nga tiling khorwandi na langarang degmen jeni desam gore 대 옛날 때니 가서 당부 나랑서 때니 코르반 디나라 때니 문득비 점성 가래레지 때니 나랑 힌다만다 로그이 점성 가래지나 때니 때 하고 고래 나랑 코르와가 나라 때니 데나 때니 초콘도와 때 나랑 문득니 nga yinda manda tini tharwa ga lamlan rogen ze go gemsen de kare rezena tini ti gemsen de tini ha go go re ti gemsen de nga chu tini chu na la kare ze go rezena nga chu na la tini khamsam khorwa ze ati dumr yin sone tini song go re khamsam khorwa di na la dumr re song go re tini ma khashi khashi go samlo ta na chuluk na la zena tini khorwa tamchi dumr yin ze gando tini jiktin de par pang go tini ze gando oti insan tini 추대 다 거랑 되니 교능랑 봐 어딘지즈랜드 거랑 교능랑 봐 된지지 더 추지야데 되니 주 맞은 초화가 돌아 harsun 그 되니 삼로 멘큰 머치라이나 되니 주 되니 주 가와당 쪼와당 안초와라이나 가와 쪼와 되니 멘큰 어딘지즈리 삼네들이 가시게 되니 삼대요래 리티 되니 돈다 말이 나서 베나 머친디나라 tini kamsam gun korwan di nala dewa yore vezina dewa tezi yore zawane yomare zega yomare tezi yore riti inna tini ta nyung re te dewa nyung matok mendu tini dungur te tini ta korwa nala mambo re nga so dewa tezi thopa tundu tini dungur mambo kyato sa gore nga rang so tini dewa tezi tini jikting gun chua nala dewa tang kepa 어딘지 대지 용화가 체트 총총총총 된지 그 돈도 드링 아주 등을 mambo 까블리 mambo 캬투사 고리 어딘지 인다 데니데 등 코르안디나라 데니 등을 mambo도 데인디다 디니 타르소나 약슈레 손에 데니 송고요레
So, with renunciation entailing this resolve not to stay or this resolve to leave cyclic existence, a determination that one no longer is willing to remain in cyclic existence is what renunciation entails. However, in saying that we need to resolve to not to remain in cyclic existence and to leave it, we need to know the reasons why it is that we say cyclic existence is something that should be left. In general, we talk about the three realms of samsara or the three realms of cyclic existence as characterized by suffering. And many people therefore think that it is therefore necessary that that cyclic existence and everything within it be completely abandoned. And they therefore think that Buddhism is extremely misanthropic, that it doesn't permit any happiness or any joy or anything else in our existence. But this is in fact not the case. In cyclic existence, in our samsaric lives, there is some happiness. However, this happiness that we do have is relatively rare. It's compared to the amount of suffering that we have in our lives in cyclic existence. At the same time, in order to attain these very small amounts of happiness that we do from time to time enjoy, we often have to undergo great suffering in order to attain them. So therefore, we conclude that life in cyclic existence is largely characterized by suffering, and therefore, if we can be free from it, if we can leave it, this is the best approach to take.
Dungur yang damra mambo tindi yungu yoti tini korwan dinane nga chu tharaya ga tonde tini gewa drib go ndu samne tini sosogo tini samlo tang ti thola tini tam basum shi tindi shi ya tela tini ngimjong se ya ga tini samba de tindi zire nga chu ngimjong sim gna la ke goya ga jimsen ti tindi zire ta nga chu korwan dinala shena dewa yang te ji yore ta yinna yang dewa nyonyo ma to mandu teni korang nala teni ta kewa yore kewa la ya kewi dungur yore teni gawa yore gawa la gawi dungur yore ke ga teni nawa la ya nawi dungur yore inchewa la ya chiwi dungur yore Tenin chiwi jini yang ke gore yang ta ge gore yang nar gore tendi indi ngacho matsin di nangla teni kirga nanche gon khorlo korni tindin ro de ama to bajan chi chi to mandu ti kirga nanche gon khorlo korni tindin ro wi ti nangni dewa te te yore ngacho dewa te la hale pa ngacho thongsin she yore dewa chongchong go tonla teni dumar mambo teni chasu she gona te ngacho teni tanglim she yore dewa chongzu ma to pa la ke yo mar da yena dewa chongchong ti tonla teni ngacho teni samte kable mambo jamna te ngacho tati nyambo mundu tondak mundu samara o teni chawani sam thap ko yo mare te ngacho teni zire te ngacho teni nilik ti jimsen ti yapoz ma shi pi teni top ki re teni yena teni ngacho ta ngarang mtse to teni zika nani tan rona tonda yo samari tele ngarang tharwa thopa teni zi yong sona te yakbore samne te samado moto ta go re.
So, therefore, a renunciation is when we appreciate that cyclic existence is characterized by suffering, and that due to this, we undertake to achieve liberation, and we undertake to work hard and be diligent in respect of this goal. The reason, as we just said, is because in cyclic existence, there is some amount of happiness, but it is relatively small. In large, cyclic existence is characterized by suffering, the suffering of birth, of aging, of illness, of death. After we die, we are born again, and so we find ourselves perpetually spinning in this cycle of suffering in cyclic existence. The very small amount of happiness that we do encounter in our lives, in cyclic existence, is something that we really prize and we expend a great amount of energy on attaining. The reason that we don't see this as meaningless is because we don't understand the reasons for why it is. And so when we do, in fact, appreciate this situation as meaningless and therefore determine to work hard to seek liberation from it, this is what we refer to as renunciation.
Teni gum gona ta ngimjong da kandiz ko ne nga cho teni gum go re zena teni lordro nambab je zeni teni tanju nye kawa ta teni tse martak ba ta teni le gimje teni khorwa ga dungur ta te so jipo de re teni te so jipo te la teni lojong yak bo je teni lojong yak bo je ne teni nga cho markya phomo ye na teni gum go re te jipo te la mashi pa ne chiching mundu nga cho tanju nye ka te kandiz gum go ndu Tela lojong chita teni pe sarwore triyu kumsang la mi jarlong na la sarwo teni songyore teni tenda boz ka nga triyu kumsang la mi jarlong na la yopate mar ndreshit jabne sarbo shini teni songja teni lama cho teni songba ten mangbon de teni te na nga so porka ga tola songba yang mangbon de inji ga tola songba yang mambo yore ten rambalang jambalang ka kar mambo ga tola teni tendu Tendi indi nga cho porka nyan samna te nyan chokore, inji ka nyan samna te nyan chokore, mambondu. Kaartar teni te la lojong ya boz she samlo zo tangne, teni nga cho merkya pumo yinna, teni lonyong yinna yang, teni ta nima takbar teni nima rire la, te gum te jam nga cho samlo zo tango gore, ma toba nga cho matsi indi na la, nga cho teni gurmo chikbo ta pamjur chikbo la teni tani dena, Te tsawani teni dhikyo amare, teni chena teni nga tsu matsinda teni tundru tang teni ndraborin ro re. Te indi teni ti thola samlo zo thama ka tangba te pe karchimbo re.
So it's necessary that we actually cultivate renunciation through meditation. And the way that we do this is by practicing the 4 contemplative exercises in the 4 external preliminary practices. So the first contemplative exercise is the preciousness of human existence. The second is the impermanence of human life. The third contemplative exercise is karma and its consequences. The fourth contemplative exercise is the shortcomings of cyclic existence. So these 4 contemplative exercise or 4 contemplative meditations, it's first necessary that we learn about them. We learn how to go about reflecting and contemplating on these exercises. This is something that all lay Buddhists can do, and especially young people. How to go about reflecting and engaging in these contemplative exercises is set out extremely clearly in the words of my perfect teacher, and there are also many commentaries and teachings on this text and on these 4 external preliminaries by many, many lamas. There are teachings available in English, in Tibetan. Many of them are available on the internet, and so there are teachings that can be listened to by everyone. And so it's necessary that we learn them, that we reflect on them, that we do so in meditation and in our lives. If the only thing that we pay attention to is money and material things, ultimately there's no difference between us and animals. So it's really important that we devote time to practice as well.
Tani ta nga so bo lam chona tinji tini bo shi la yo kan nari na la yo kan na mambo zikatini ta gargi chona tani me mambo zikata nga so tharwa thomna sambandra oda yana ngarang tini deya chalna kesona sam kan tinji te ma to yo mari chama te sam ge yore te na nge sam lo ta na sharwa ina ta nga so hamali rigilla yo nge me so phang mangchi sa zula tini nangchu tini shikin haleba chimbo thebyo te yoti samchen raw nge ta na parche chiba yeng yo jire tendi na teni tendi sam gare te le labon raw re teni gargila sam lo ta na yena teni da nga so lonyung ko na la yang mi mambo zala tendi ga sam lo yong kende yang chi te nyong raw yin jire te sho chi ni shen na ka bedu da yena teni da sho chi ni sam lo ta na nga so ge ya dum na te lo nyong yin bi le kam ni ngon zu go re ma to ba da nga rang so sam lo ta na o da nga rang lo nyong yin bi kap se teni nge gormo sakayen teni ta lo chimbo chak sarwi jini teni ta zo ngarang ka chudrup goyen teni samna ta teni samna teni khomba te ayo mayo hako mare teni indi nga cho leka kangdang kangna chikbari shawa kangdang kangna chikbari nga cho susu rang ka drup goya go shawa teni ziyinna teni chongshong imbi nerkamne teni lonyong imbi nerkamne teni ngonzig go re di kamni ngonzig na tani shawata yakpon drumyong kore ma tokpa tani nga tso gargi re tsarwi jini tani tazo nge tani gomjab gayin tazo nge lojong she gayin tani zina tani khomba ayo mayo hako ma re tani yindi lonyong tso yinna di yinda manda nga tso tani te nangchu go thola lojong kala kangtsim she ya ta tani nyamling kala kangtsim she ya di khyapar tang nge tari kongla shepa ngimjong go samba di thola samlo ya botonga te pe karchim bore.
So whether it is Tibetans inside Tibet or Tibetans outside of Tibet, probably among older members of the lay community, there is no one who doesn't seek to attain liberation from cyclic existence or doesn't seek to attain rebirth in Amitabha's pure realm. Probably given the great influence of Buddhism among the Sherpa as well, this is also the same among members of the older population. And so it's probably easier for older people to contemplate these practices and particularly to cultivate renunciation. For younger people, on the other hand, there are probably fewer people these days who think like this, and it may be more difficult for them. On one hand, we can understand this. This may be understandable. However, in general, Dharma practice is something that is best if we do start younger in life. If we think that first when we're younger, we'll make money, and then later when we're older in life, we'll turn to practice, it's not certain that we actually will have the time and opportunity to turn to practice when we are older in our life. things that or tasks or activities that we really do need to undertake, it's best that if we start them early. And by doing so, we'll be able to achieve a good outcome in respect of these tasks. As I mentioned, if we wait until we become old in order to begin our practice, it's not certain whether or not we will actually have the time and opportunity when this day arrives. So for this reason, it's really important that young members of the lay community do study the Dharma, do practice the Dharma, and do give some thought or some contemplation to renunciation in particular. This is very important.
Tini ngacho nang chu nang la tini khora dungur yin zeni tini shajag yore. Tini rete yin na ti dungur mayin bazla tini dungur tini reze ngacho dungur mayin bazla tini dungur du zeni tini shabana chikyang yo mare. Te ngacho ona kare reze na ngacho khorwa ga nala yo pi dungur mambo zla. Te ngacho me mambo samlo tangge yo mare. Tini nang chu nang yin na khorwa ga nala yongkhen ga dungur te chola saru ngacho la sar ton yore to. O tan tini dungur tini duwa ngacho kina tini dungur duwa gana tini dungur duwa. Tini nana tini dungur duwa zini tini dungur te cho ngacho la saru par. Tini ngacho mugla tini saru tanjak banda o tini zire. Tini zire ma tok ba tini korang dewa yimba zila dungur reze. Tini deshkit tang dambazu te deshkit mari dungur zini tini nirshishunchu lokba gyabjak banda o tini chikyo yo mare. O dungur yimba zila yimba tini shayore. Te yinna ngacho tini dungur mambo yo na ngacho korwa ganala dede yore. Tini ngarancho ti maku jimsan de kang reze na. Tini ngacho korwa ganala yopi dewa te ziyo na tini te la halipa gam tongchim shege yore. Tini dungur teso tamche pala tini ta tsamaga o ta ngarang tari ne kamna dungur halipa chimbozu yona o ta chakare dungur te paran rogore ta nga maung bala demo yongore nga maung bala kipo yongore samne tini ta la rewa jamne o tini demo tang kipo tini zi yongya la rewa jamne yang dungur kyasu shi yang kangar kyasu shi yang dungur tanglin shi tini shi ni teni matse de zongzhou yore, matse tong mato yo ma, te zongzhou ndu. Teni matse mjik zopi nerkab na nga tsu mi mambo dehkit, gana yo nga tsu hako yo ma re. O te nga tsu pe na pamjur yargi ma sungwi teni te nek sachata teni kyangba ma re, nga tsu pamjur menkin kyangba teni ma re, pamjur yonkin. O ya, pamjur hali baga teni top chimbo teni yonkin. Mi te tsu yin na teni, mone tani dehkit ziyate gana yo, kozo yang hako yo ma re. Mi mambo nga ma yinna nga zo tari kong la shayo ota gormo mambo yo na nga demo ke boyong gore samni samlo tindin koryore tani gormo mambo yo tsari jini ti dekhi yung mandu ta ona nga rang la yogo ate sonda changmandu yinna nga rang la dekhi mandu tani ni dekhi ti tani kani yung go insare samni ti tendi samde go yore ma changma te yendi teni nga cho nangshu go na teni khorwa dungwer re zera te teni nil ko thone yemba zla yemba teni shak yore ma to ba te ma yemba z teni restriction chlo asik jamni o teni dungwer re ze teni shak yo mare.
So Buddhism describes cyclic existence as characterized by suffering, but this isn't a situation of imposing a interpretation of life that excessively emphasizes suffering and renders happiness as suffering for its own sake. The reason that Buddhism's emphasis of suffering might strike many people as extraordinary is due to the fact that many people don't really give much thought to suffering. And what Buddhism does is actually clearly shows or clearly reveals the ways that the ways in which our lives in cyclic existence are characterized by suffering. So Buddhism places emphasis on and reveals the suffering of birth, the suffering of aging, the suffering of illness, the suffering of death. So in doing so, Buddhism is not twisting the facts, pretending that things that are really happy are actually suffering. The reason that many people don't, in fact, understand cyclic existence as suffering, to be suffering, is because they don't understand its real nature. They regard the small amount of happiness that they do have as so very important. And despite the fact that they do face a lot of suffering, they place constant hope in the capacity of the future to bring them happiness. So time and time again, suffering comes upon them, but time and time again, they look to the future, thinking that in the future things will be better, things will be happy. However, by the time, and many people pass their entire life just like this. However, when they do reach the end of their lives, they have, in fact, they don't know where happiness is to be found. They haven't located happiness. And this is the same for people who are materially poor as it is for people who are materially rich. For those who are very well off to begin with, they may have thought when they didn't have many riches that they would be very happy when they were well off. However, when they eventually reached that stage of their lives where they did have, they were in a materially affluent situation, then they realized that in actual fact they still didn't have happiness. They still didn't know where happiness was to come from. And so for this reason, when Buddhism describes life in cyclic existence as characterized by suffering, it's really revealing, it's really, it's talking about reality. It's reflecting reality. It's not distorting the circumstances or distorting reality in order to support its own version or interpretation.
아따 텐디 인딩 아저 님종고 삼로 텐디 케고레 텐디 님종고 삼로 케위 네르컵나 영 아저 님종 제디 텐디 아저 타르와 톱고 젠디 텐디 샤용디 영 아저 뭐 가시게 나오다 아저 지팅거 샤와 탐제 파르테니 빵고 인사레 텐디 지팅거 아저 텐디 초와가 나라요 비텐디 준 초와가 디스킷 어때서 탐제 포식장 텐디 텔라 다 냠슬린 어딘 냠스뇽 어텐디 초코요사 마레 참마파르 빵고사리 삼나타 텐디 마레 페나가소 타타였나더니 소소랑 라티니 칸바약 보요나다 랑코리약 보요나다 간디요나다티 참마가 페쇼타나 초코리 티 페쇼타나 초코 마레 티 제게요 마레 소손 소와 간디요나 테티니 페쇼타나 즈그리 테니 가소 카리 고고레지나 조티 가소 셈거 돌라 남지르티니 조레 마토 가소 셈거티니 삼로티 조레 마토 방가소 자마캉 자마자다 강바 강디즈 그나라 데마데다 테니 가소 랑코르 간디즈 코르마 코르텐디 마레 페나 가소 테니 강바 득부스 그나라 데 테니 랑코르 메 로사 탐주포 칸탕란 조고 텐디 인나야 테니 코르반데라 가소 옌착 할레바가 침보 요니 옌바 할레바 침보 요나나 테니 코랑 초와 교보레 메나야 테니다 데 타르와 레지나 마레 데 톱고야 마레 데 텐디제 कार्ते तेनी कोरांग लातेनी सेम ग नालातेनी नारां थारवा थुबगो संबादा नारां तेनी थारवा थुयाते चोंगो इन संबाते योनान तेनी कोरांग खंबा yakbo योना तेनी ते क्योंगो मारे ओ तेंदा ओजकन छोआ तेनी yakbo योना चागिबो योना ते चिचि क्योंगो मारे सोते सेम ग थोनी ngacho तेनी शाके योरे ते इंदी ngacho तेनी जिक्तेन ग सोसो रांग लातेनी छोआ ते च yakbo राव योना ओ ते लोंशो शे छोको मारे ते पर पंगोरे तेनी जेगे यो मारे ती थोला तेनी गाचो तारों तेली क्यांग तेनी गाचो तेनी ज दोंदो निरवा तेली तेजम थुंबो राव दोंदो निरशागा तेनी ngupo तेली थुंबो ज गोंदो तेनी थुंबो त कांरेजना तेनी गाचो थारवा दोंदो निर गोंदो थारवा ते गाचो दोनिरशे गोंदो ओ तेजे योरे मातो बा गाचो ताता तेनी जामा जिम्बो योना जान्यंग मारे तो गोंबा yakbo योना क्योन्यंग मारे तेजे यो मारे ओ जामा yakbo योना चोकोरे गोंबा yakbo योना चोकोरे इना 가서 자마약 보쌈 주다 곰바약 보쌈 대쌈 찌뿌 마임바 디 토라 따롱 수소랑라 드니 타르와 돈드 니라가 삼로지오나 드니 퍼좀 쪽바렌도 오래 지네다 딘디제 그래.
So in giving rise to renunciation or in cultivating renunciation, we determine or we resolve to achieve liberation from cyclic existence. However, in saying this, it is not being said that therefore it is necessary for us to let go or abandon or cast away all of our worldly activities or all of our happiness in our worldly existences. It's not being said that we are not entitled to experience or enjoy any worldly happiness at all. This is not the case. It is not being said that we can't enjoy a nice house or a nice car, or that we can't use and enjoy these things. So if this is not what's being said, then what is it that is being said? What is it that we do need to do? The important thing with the cultivation of renunciation is cultivating this mindset, cultivating this resolve in our minds. And so therefore it's not a matter primarily of whether we can have delicious food or a nice apartment or a nice car. Even if we live in if we have a terrible car and we live in a really bad apartment, if we still have attachment to this life, then we don't have renunciation. So liberation, the desire or the resolve to achieve liberation is something that we can generate, something that we can cultivate, and if we do so, it's fine. It's completely okay if we live in a comfortable apartment and have a life that is luxurious in some respects. So the important thing in cultivating renunciation is cultivating the resolve in our minds. So therefore, it's not being said that we can't enjoy things in our everyday lives, that we need to abandon everything. What is being said is that in addition to these things, we should add something more. We should add a higher pursuit. And this higher pursuit is the pursuit of liberation, liberation from cyclic existence. So this isn't saying that delicious food can't be enjoyed. It's not saying that nice clothes can't be enjoyed. However, what is being said is that we can't afford simply to think about these things, and that in addition to them, we need to have an additional and higher pursuit of liberation.
teni ta nga zo ngimjong ti kong la ngimjong teni shason teni ti okta nga zo ngimjong ko teni de samlo te laglin taria teni dor di sha kayen.
So we have just talked about cultivating renunciation and the reasons for doing so, and now I'd like to talk a little bit about how we actually go about implementing this in practice.
Teni nga zo gewa kang dribna teni ta sem ko tone gewa dribna dra teni ngak teni ndomba doyan dra o teni gewa dribna dra teni lig teni kora jawa tam shang charan dra o teni gewa dribna dra dorna nga zo linga yaksam ko gewa kang dribna ya teni tangbu nga zo tangbu kapsu nga zo samlo kare tang go re zena teni ngarang ko gewa nda teni nga zo simchin tamchit tarwa toya ga tonda tini ne gewan da drip ko yin samne tambo te sam go re te yin da manda sam to go re o ta te ma to ba shetang khayang mu yang teni manshit o ngarang sim te nga so simchin tamchit te sam go ndu te nga so simchin tamchit te teni tarwa toya ga tonda o ta ne teni choban bar ko yin ngarang ga shang sar ko yin teni ngarang ga teni shawa yak bo drip ko yin samne teni sambate teni namyang teni jinyang kamari te yakbo teni yongsona teni ngacho gesa sama tarwa toya gesa renjo re teni ge samlo te yona teni ngacho gewa chimbo dribna gewa chongchong dribna gewa gangdang gang dribna teni tarwa toya renjo re teni te semla ya poja go re.
So the first thing is that any kind of positive action that we engage in, whether it be positive action at the level of our minds, whether it be positive action at the level of our bodies or at the level of our speech, the important thing is that the merit we generate through engaging in this positive action, we dedicate, that is before, at the beginning of undertaking this action, we wish that the merit we accumulate or that we resolve to accumulate this merit for the sake of all beings, that they may achieve liberation from the sufferings of cyclic existence. And so it's important that we make this wish, we make this prayer whenever we do any kind of positive action, whether it be making offerings or doing prostrations or any other kinds of good deeds. So it's important that we never forget this as our motivation, regardless of what activity it is we're engaging in. And
by doing this, every merit or every merit or every positive action that we do undertake will all go towards our liberation, whether it be a small action or a big action. All of our merit will go towards this ultimate end.
어떤이 때랑 그 가서 임종 그 거거든요. 차트때 드리즈 그때는 지금 조소.
So that brings a conclusion to our teaching on renunciation this evening.
어야더니 다 가서 뭐하시지? 더니 가서 뭐와 대랑 그 가서 더니 정말 주천년 더니 롱즈 더니 쉐어래 더니 게자자 쳔보제 더니 가서 뭐하시고 더니 뭐와데 더니 가리삼 고레즈나 더니 가서 게안더 더니 가서 남기가 김그 심천 탐처 볼라 바로 증거연 더니 심천 탐처 가서 게안더라 땐니 더니 심천 탐처 내급스 더니 세랑와당 남매바당 데모치 보용야당 더니 종녀르도 더니 감섬 거라가나니 타르니 더니 다 타르와토야 어떤지 용고 삼내가 좀 몰음 어떤지 잡네 때 ngo라시고래
So we are going to finish now by dedicating the merit that we have generated by listening to tonight's teaching. And when we do so, we make the prayer or make the wish that the merit we have dedicated be shared with all living beings, and that on the strength of this merit, they may achieve temporary happiness and health and quickly be liberated from the sufferings of cyclic existence.
소놈의 담저 정바냐 돈네니 베다나 밤자 예가난지 말로 정바 저빔 졸린 조와 조르죠 장화라 화우 저던 제마 근더 zambo 대야 대자데 대다 근지 주서다 Gevandada damjara demo tiso shabe yara damje wa ganlan jodo ba daga ge zawa daga zambo jara demo waraja Oma hom banzar garabama sada Om Ahom Banzang Garabama Sadahu Om Ahom Banzang Garabama Sadahu Ola Sotujiche Tsamala Tashi Dileje